supplementary list or judgment. Item number 1, CRA 265 of 1990. Item 29. Discipline option. There are students or giving also them giving them the other to become object
ସବୁ ତକ ଚିଠି ଦିଆହେଇଛି କିନ୍ତୁ ଯେହେତୁ ପାର୍ଟ ପାର୍ଟ ଅଛି ଆଲଟମେଣ୍ଟ ଅଛି ମୋର 266 ନା 26 2 अच्छा एक ତାଦେହରେ 7 ଜଣ ଅଛନ୍ତି 2 ଜଣ ଏକ୍ସପାୟାର କରିଛନ୍ତି ଆଉ
Appellant number 6, I'm using pardon my lord. Appellant number 6 had died, there is
Six
a
dead.
judicial order to that. I mean,
ମାର 6/2/2000
76 educated जो तू propose. COVID रे भी एलियन किछ कहि हो आଜ୍ଞା आଜ୍ଞा
Yes, sir, that
there
is
is an order my lords.
there is order
That is why 6/10/2020 if I am not wrong my lords. 6/10/20 6/3
no no
6/10 that is what I have my records. 20 ର order ଟା କାଟିଲେ 20 ର order sheet. ଆଜ୍ଞା 18/12/2020 order number 27 ଆଜ୍ଞା 18/12/2020 appellant number 6 he has died ତାର judicial order ଅଛି appeal has appended now ତା ଭିତରୁ ଗୋଟେ ଲୋକର 48 years ଥିଲା ଆଜିକା ଡେଟରେ 76 ବଞ୍ଚିଛି କି ନାହିଁ ତ ଆମକୁ ବି ଜଣା ନାହିଁ ନା
ଆସୁନାହାନ୍ତି The clerk of the Khurda lawyer went to their village and told them. Still they did not come.
Just want to know that in case the seats are alive, the information are going to
ନା ଏବେ ତ ଆଉ କିଛି ଇନଫର୍ମେସନ ନାହିଁ ଏଇ 6ଟା ଖାଲି 20 ରେ ଯାହା ଆଜ୍ଞା ଆଇଆଇସି କୁ ପଚାରିଦେଲେ ସେ କହିଦିଅନ୍ତି ବେଗୁନିଆ ପିଏସ୍
Last, I was partner, also, both. To get the details about the well-being of them. And genuineness of their feeling of well-being, that is also not so.
এটা কিছু বাংলাজি এটা 29 days of it of 8
বেগুনিয়া পিএস Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
There are seven. In this of the issue. Number 6 is the, and as for the policy. And the court. It is very good to
Six.
The airplane number 2 over about.
One tax.
One obviously. Four. Yes, sir. That one, that the initial order path is 4724. 4724 order is order number.
Madam.
So I think actually is council.
Institution of.
That is Bhushan. And
Well-being of.
if you are, he says that not aware about the well-being, aware about.
Who also?
That is how the. That is what issue that you obtain of, and whereabouts, kind of. Genuineness of.
Yes, sir. Madam. That represents.
People the fleet of your own paragraph 4. Okay, sir, of the motor, right for the order. The order dated 4/7/20.
Yes, madam. product. Next correspondence.
The order was passed on 4/7/2024, when the Learning Council for the appellants produced the photocopy of the death certificate of appellant number 1, Bhushan Sahu, and further submitted that the whereabouts of appellant number 2, Ram Babu Sahu, is not known to him. Comma, when a submission so this court asks the Learning Council for the state to obtain instruction regarding the well-being and whereabouts of appellant number 2, so also to ascertain the genuineness of the death certificate of appellant number 1. The Land Council for the state submits that on verification of the record, it found that no correspondence has been made to the concerned authorities in terms of the order dated 4/7/2024. And the matter may be taken up next week so that he will obtain the necessary instruction. Stop. Put of this matter. Eta ko ame rakhuchu Guruvar dino. Sorry. Guruvar dino. ତେଣୁ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଆସିବ ଏଇଟା 31 ତାରିଖ ଦିନ ହେଲା. List this matter on 31st of July 2025. The Learning Council for the state shall obtain instruction as per the order dated 4/7/2024. A free copy of the order passed today along with the order dated 4/7/2024 be handed over to the Land Council for the state for compliance. ଆଉ କିଏ କୁହନ୍ତୁ କାଉନସିଲ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଆପଣ କୋଉ ଦାୟିତ୍ୱ ଦିଆଯାଇଛି କୋଉ ମ୍ୟାଟର
ଆଇଟମ 14ଟା
ଆଇଟମ 14ଟା ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଅଛି କହୁନାହାନ୍ତି ପେପର ବୁକ୍ ନାହିଁ ପେପର ବୁକ୍ ତ ହେଇଯାଇଛି ଆପଣ ନେଇଯିବେ ଏ ଦାୟିତ୍ୱ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଅଛି ତ 14ଟା ବାହାର କରନ୍ତୁ ଆଚ୍ଛା ଯୋଉ ମ୍ୟାଟର ଚାଲିଛି ଦେଖଉଛି ତ ଡିସପ୍ଲେ ବୋର୍ଡରେ ଆଇଟମ 14 ଦେଖାଅ यार बेल हेलानी 2008
20/3/2008
तापुर तो टोटल लिस्ट ही हुई दैट इज द लास्ट ऑर्डर नंबर 4 dated अगर आनंद से टाइप ऑर्डर कर दो प्लेटफॉर्म CRL this is item number कितने पहले ना 1 na
CRL number 29.
The Learning Council for the state submits that he is not having the paper book with him. Let the registry supply the paper book to the Land Council for the state. Stop. None appears for the appellant. Stop. This criminal appeal is of the year 2000. And it appears that this court by order dated 23/2008 has granted bail to the petitioners, to the appellants. When we made a query to the Learning Council for the state regarding the well-being and whereabouts of the 2 appellants, it took some time to obtain instruction in that respect. It was Devgad Thana. आज से गुरुवार रखुछु आनंद हैला list this matter on 31st of July 2025. Necessary instruction shall be obtained by the land council for the state through inspector in charge of Devgarh police station, है ना? ये फाइल बड़ा कॉल का कर दिया, ऐसा वाला 31/7/2025 आउटपुट आपनकर कौन
I think 20.
20 केते जन appellant आदेरे जने बेल होईची बेल होईकी आपन पिला आदेरे वेलबिंग ପାଇଁ ଗୋଟେ order ବି ହେଇଯାଇଛି 9/1/2023 ରେ that is the अच्छा we provide further accommodation तो तापर पुणी 30/1/2023 रे
7/11/24 ରେ ହେଇଥିଲା
केबे
7/11/24 the
7/11
status report of IAC Borigama PS indicates that Surendranath Sahu alias Tuna, appellant in CRA, is not traceable. City direction approval.
Hence, particularly is directed to place on record the whereabouts and well-being of the appellant. In here, okay?
ଏଇଟା ହେଲା 7/11 last.
7/11 पर आपको କିଛି order ନାହିଁ।
ହଁ।
ତେଣୁ 7/11 latest order ଟା ଯୋଉ ହେଇଛି ଫାଇଲଟା ଅଛି ତ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ 7/11/24 ରେ
Not traceable ବୋଲି report
not traceable ବୋଲି ଗୋଟେ ରିପୋର୍ଟ ଆସିଲା ତାପରେ counsel for the appellant को କୁହାହେଲା appellant କୋଉଠି ଜାଣିପାରୁନି
ନାଇଁ ଆମେ
ଏଇଟା ଆପଣ ଆଣନ୍ତୁ ଏଇଟା same order. There is already an order, but that order has been mentioned that he is directed to the learned counsel for the appellant. He was directed to place on record the whereabouts and well-being. ଆପଣ ଲେଖନ୍ତୁ the learned counsel for the this is an appeal of the year 2001. The appellant was directed to be released on bail by order dated to 2010. After perusing the earlier orders passed by this court, when we asked the learned counsel for the state as to whether he has instruction regarding the whereabouts and well-being of the appellant Surendranath Sahu alias Tuna, he said some time to obtain instruction through the inspector in charge of Borigama police station.
Borigama.
Put up this matter on 31st of July.
Beg apology. Item 20 your lordship is referring.
Yes,
Item 20 sub item we are approving the notes in the
Item.
matter. And it was on the previous occasion, if your lordship will see from the record that Surendranath Sahu had appeared.
No,
No, there is no such thing.
No, not
that
traceable as
report has come there on 9/12/22 that
And
Sundar Sahu is not assured.
appeared because Mr. Jugal Kishore Panda was appearing.
तो किसी record रे नहीं कौन है इसी में
Apparently,
Panda has left the brief and somebody else is appearing for it.
it was my lord for
Ah.
It was in the other court.
अच्छा
my
नहीं,
lord justice.
से
नहीं।
नहीं ये latest order टा देखुची 2024 रो B करना
yes.
he was
He is an
appealing
assistant of Mr. Jugal Kishore.
किंतु order pass ହେଇची ସେଇ ଦିନ ଯେ whereabouts ଆଉ ଇଏ ପୁଆଣ ତେଣୁ ଏ ଯୋଉ କହୁନାହାନ୍ତି ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ରନାଥ ସାହୁ
Thank you.
personally appear କଲା ସେମିତି ତ କିଛି ନାହିଁ
नहीं.
So as far as I recollect, my lord.
No, the order goes like this. On 30th of January 2023, appearance have been shown to be by A. Mehta and on behalf of Mr. D. Panda. Now, C3 lekha alla, let the matter be listed on such and such. Miss A. Mehta, learned counsel for the appellant appears on instruction of Mr. T. Panda, learned counsel, and he had simply appeared. And the last order, as my senior is saying, this matter is taken off, and Mr. Panda, learned counsel for the appellant, submits that appellant number 1 is bedridden. A report submitted by the IAC Borigama regarding
connected case.
connected,
Balaji Acharya.
Balaji Acharya. A report submitted by IAC Borigama regarding their whereabouts and well-being of the appellant is available in the brief connected in CRA 182 2001. Into 182 2001 re connected kichi nahi. Mane instruction achi that whereabouts is not traceable.
The report kona asila?
Kichi asne 128. 182 re 182 re to not traceable.
बोरिंगमा ये 9/2022 रे गोटे रिपोर्ट दिले
22 कौन
7/11/2024 रे दीटा एक केस रे ऑर्डर ହେଇଛି किंतु the order seems to be proper in 182 where the status report placed by the IAC has been mentioned.
नहीं आसुंगा कौन इटा है ना ऐसे आरटा देखिए 182 first है. And what about the second one? There are two appellants.
My lord,
They are alive now.
they are alive but both bedridden. That is
No.
But alive. Every day monitoring is required.
ଯିଏ ଆଜ୍ଞା କଣ୍ଟାକ୍ଟ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଆମେ କଣ୍ଟାକ୍ଟ କରୁଛୁ
अच्छा ये सब सही ना ये अलगा था ना अलगा था तो से तो बंची जंदी कहउछन एते खाली 182 रे निया है ना आ गोटे कोन आपन कर तीनटा तो हां
27.
ठीक है आपन केत नंबर कोन
ଆଇଟମ୍
38
Three.
33 oh only 3
ଆଇଟମ୍ 3 ରେ there are
just a minute just
12%. 3 half dead report has come and confirmation has been made. 1, 3 and 6 half dead.
just a minute
It is already there.
appeal लिखा है कि appeal shall be confined to that is the order dated 10/9/20
10/9/2024.
এটা হচ্ছে 10/9/2024
ଆଜ୍ଞା
So appeal remains against 6.
24572989.
789
Your Lordship.
you give the paper
Yes, Your Lordship.
Yes, the matter.
Yes, Your Lordship. In the present case, there are altogether 9 appellants, Your Lordship, who are facing the trial and has been convicted. Appellant number 2, 4, 5, and 9 have been convicted under section 302 and 34 IPC, and appellant number 1, 3, 6, and 7 have been convicted under section 302 and 149 IPC, Your Lordship.
Yes.
Name of the deceased is Sankarsan Sethi and Babuli, Your Lordship. And
The
that-
case of double murder.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Just a minute. One is Sankarsan Sethi,
Yes, Your Lordship.
the other is Babuli.
Babuli, Your Lordship.
What is his full name?
Babuli Sethi, Your Lordship.
Babuli. What is the date of occurrence?
Lordship. Oh, 1996, Your Lordship.
1906?
1996, Your Lordship.
Okay. Eyewitnesses are there?
Yes, Your Lordship. Informant is the eyewitness, Your Lordship. Father of the
So-
deceased, Sankarsan Sethi.
What are the, who are the eyewitnesses? Just tell us.
Your Lordship, in the present case, PW2 is the eyewitness. PW4, 5,
PW2, 4,
5,
2,
and 7, Your Lordship.
PW5
And so.
And 7.
2, 4, 5, and 7.
Who is the doctor? Conducted
Lordship.
P.
PW9 is the doctor, Your Lordship.
P and doctor, both the deceased. So, homicidal death not dispute. Right. So now let us come to the one of the eyewitness. Out of these eyewitnesses, any of them is injured?
No, Your Lordship.
No. Okay. So come to the PW2 one. PW2 evidence was the accused statement. PW2
94,
is
94.
Rasmita Sethi, no?
PW2, Your Lordship.
Okay, place the evidence.
Your Lordship. PW2, Your Lordship.
Yes.
Rasmita Sethi. I know the accused person. Informant Brahmanda Sethi is my father-in-law. This is Sankar Sethi was my husband. This is Babuli Sethi was my brother-in-law. The occurrence took about 1 year back at about 7 a.m. in front of my house on the public road. Before the incident, my husband, deceased Sankar Sethi, and deceased Babula were present in our house. While they were present in our house, accused Nandu Sethi came. Nandu, Your Lordship, Karunakar Sethi in the present case, Your Lordship.
Nandu
Nandu
alias
Karunakar. Yes, Your Lordship. Nandu Sethi came to our house and called deceased persons. Accused Nandu told them to go to Chandi temple of our village to take the money. Thereafter, deceased Sankara and deceased Babula to go to the temple came out from the house. Accused Nandu, saying the aforesaid fact to the deceased, went away from the house. First, accused Nandu went away from our house and deceased person followed him. At the time when Nandu was going on the road, he was armed with tenta, Your Lordship. At the time next page, Your Lordship, page 95. At the time when my husband and Babu were going on the road, Chandi being armed with Bhujali, accused Bulu Sethi being armed with crowbar, accused Basanta Sethi being armed with tenta, accused Brahmara, Prema, Kudamani, Surata, Dhruba being armed with sticks, and accused Nonda being armed with tenta, surrounded the deceased person on the public road and brought them to the danda of accused Brahmara Sethi. While taking the deceased person to the danda of Brahmara Sethi, the accused person were assaulting the deceased person by giving fist blows, kicks, and slaps. At that time, seeing the incident, I cried. Thereafter, all the accused person tied the deceased persons with a rope, and thereafter the accused person assaulted deceased person by means of tenta, crowbar, etc. As a result of which, both the deceased persons sustained bleeding injuries and pulled the deceased person by means of rope in which they had been tied. Thereafter, accused Chandi dealt a blow on the head of the deceased Babula by means of bhujali. Thereafter, accused Basanta Sethi dealt tenta blow on the leg and hand of my deceased. Being afraid of the accused person, I, along with family members, did not go to the spot. After assaulting the deceased person, the accused person went away carrying their weapons. After the incident, the deceased person were carried to Kendrapada hospital for treatment. Deceased Babula died on his way to the hospital. My husband, Sankar, died in the hospital. At the time of the incident, I, along with my family members, were standing at a distance of 30 cubits away and saw the incident. The incident took place for some money which accused Nandu had to give to my husband Sankara. And for that money matter, one day prior to the date of occurrence, there was a quarrel between the deceased husband Sankara and Babula with Nandu at Tinimudia Chowka, which I had heard from my deceased husband. Lordship, cross, your lordship. On the date of incident at after 12 noon, we reached Kendrapada hospital with the aforesaid deceased persons. We shifted the deceased person to hospital by auto rickshaw and it took us half an hour to reach the hospital. After admitting my deceased hospital in the hospital, my father-in-law Brahmanda went to police station, but I did not accompany him. On the date of occurrence, at about 7 p.m., I had been to Kendrapada PS. I have not seen lodging by my father-in-law. I was not present at the time police interrogated my father-in-law. The name of my father-in-law is Brahmanda Sethi. And there is road and stone road. There is from my house to Temple Chandi. There are houses of about 50 persons near the spot. Our Gokhasai. Gokhasai is a hamlet. Incident took place within Gokhasai area. No outsider came to the spot of time of the incident. No person of my Sahi went to the spot to intervene the matter, and none of my Sahi people were present at the time of incident. I cannot say if Olekha and Madan Sethi of our Sahi witnessed the incident or not. It is a fact that I have stated before the IO during my examination that Olekha Sethi and Madan Sethi have witnessed the incident. My husband, deceased Sankara Sethi, was in jail custody about 17 days prior to the date of incident. I cannot say if the deceased Babula spent money in the case of my deceased husband. Deceased Babula belongs to some other village and the date of occurrence, he had come to our house. I cannot say why he had come to our house. I cannot say if on the date of occurrence, deceased husband and Babula were in drunken state. It is not a fact that on the date of occurrence, there was a hitch between deceased Babula and deceased Sankara relating to money matter. And during the hitch, they fought each other and fell on the road in front of the house and sustained injuries. And for that reason, they died. My house is situated at a distance of 30 to 40 feet away from the house of Brahmara Sethi. At the time when my husband and Babula were assaulted by the accused, Bullu, Basanta, Chandi, Nandu, and other accused persons, namely Brahmara, Surata, Kulamani, Premo Sethi, Pulia Sethi, were assaulting my husband by sticks. They went on assaulting ruthlessly. So I cannot say which accused assaulted on which part of the body of the deceased. By Lathi. The case Tenta was a long one. It will be about 5 feet in length, including its handle. The iron portion of the Tenta will be about half feet. I cannot say the width of the Tenta, but Tenta was a pointed one. I saw mark of injury on both the side of the leg of my husband. I saw injury on the right hand, chest, and head of my deceased husband. Accused person dragged the deceased to a distance of 30 cubits from the place where I kept standing by the side of the road. Due to dragging, upper part of the body of the deceased person did not contact with the road. The legs of the deceased persons were not tied by rope. At the time of dragging, deceased person did not fall down on the ground. Both then of where the rope was tied were looking reddish in color. At that time when I saw it, after dragging, they pushed deceased Sankara downward, and as soon as he fall down, he was assaulted by the accused persons. It is not a fact that I am deposing falsely. I have no knowledge regarding the money matter transaction between the accused Nandu and my father, I cannot give details of the incident which I heard from my husband, which occurrence at Tinimunia Chako. It is not a fact that a false case has been foisted against the accused person, Your Lordship.
So now since the appeal is confined to 5 persons,
Yes, Your Lordship.
it is appellant number 2,
2, 4,
appellant number 4, appellant number 7, appellant
Yes.
number 8, and appellant number 9.
Your Lordship, appellant
Wow.
number 5, Bullu Setti also.
No. Just let's see that order again once again.
2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9.
Acha, 2, 4, 5, sorry. Okay, that's not that order. A5. Then 6 persons.
Yes, Your Lordship, 6 persons.
2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9.
Yes, Your Lordship.
This evidence which you just now placed,
Yes, Your Lordship.
whether the PW2 has implicated all of them.
Lordship, so far, PW 5,
Now you
7.
come to this paragraph number
5.
5 का उधर आसन.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Just a minute. I title of PW2. Paragraph 5 को पढ़े आसन.
Yes, Your Lordship.
ये जो appellant number गुड़ा को कही भेजे तो आउटर पढ़ी किन कौन.
Yes, Your Lordship. Lordship, I may submit?
Yes, again read it out.
Yes, Your Lordship. At the time when my husband and Babula were going on the road, Chondi, Your Lordship, that is Your Lordship, appellant number 2, Your Lordship. Chondi
Okay.
being armed with Bhujali, accused Bullu Setti, Your Lordship, appellant 5. Being armed with a Tenta, accused Brahmara, Your Lordship, already died, Your Lordship.
बसंत ना.
No, Brahma.
Brahmara, Your Lordship.
Brahma, Brahma.
Good नहीं.
Sorry, I apologize.
Basanta being armed with
You are
Yes,
living
yes,
there.
Your Lordship. I apologize.
9.
Basanta being PW is appellant number 9, Your Lordship.
हाँ.
Being armed with Tenta, accused Brahmara, Your Lordship, in the meantime died, appellant number 1.
अच्छा dad.
Prema, Your Lordship. Secondly, Prema, that is appellant number 7, Your Lordship. Kulamani, that is appellant number
6.
Kulamani, yes, Your Lordship, died in the meantime.
Died.
Appellant 6.
Hmm.
Suratha, Your Lordship, appellant number 8. Your Lordship. Suratha Dhruba. Your Lordship, Dhruba died in the meantime, appellant number 3.
Read it
Armed
on.
with, yes, being armed with sticks and accused Nanda. Nanda is, Your Lordship, Karunakara Setti, that is appellant number 4, Your Lordship. Being armed with Tenta, surrounded the deceased person on public road and brought them to the danda of accused Brahmara Setti. Appellant number 1, Your Lordship, died in the meantime. While taking the deceased person to danda of Brahmara Setti, the accused person were assaulting the deceased by giving fist blows and kicks and slaps, Your Lordship.
Read it once again. Let us see.
Your Lordship,
Para 6. Para 6.
At that time, seeing the incident, I cried. Thereafter, all the accused persons tied the deceased persons with a rope, and thereafter the accused assaulted deceased persons by means of tenta, crowbar, as a result of which both the deceased person sustained bleeding injuries and pulled the deceased by means of a rope in which they have been tied. Lordship, para 7. Thereafter, accused Chondi, appellant number 2, Your Lordship, dealt a blow on the head of the deceased Babula by means of Bhujali. Thereafter, accused Basanta Setti, that is appellant number
9.
9, Your Lordship, dealt with the tenta blow on the leg and hand of the deceased husband Sankara Setti. Accused Nondu alias Karunakara Setti, appellant number 4, is called Karunakara Setti. Accused Karunakara also dealt tenta blow on the leg and hand of the deceased husband.
Corona karo kiye?
Your Lordship, Nondu alias appellant 4, Your
Appellant
Lordship.
number 4.
4, Your Lordship.
हाँ.
Accused Karunakara dealt tenta blow on the leg and hand of the deceased of husband. Thereafter, accused Bullu Setti, Lordship, appellant number 5, assaulted my deceased husband by means of a silopua on chest of his chest, by means of a silopua on his chest, and also assaulted my deceased husband by means of crowbar on the leg and hand. Being afraid of the accused person, I, along with family members, did not go to the spot. After us,
So, just a minute.
yes, your lordship.
That means the persons who are now surviving, all of them have been implicated by this appellant number 2, and it has also been stated what weapons they were holding and how they assaulted the deceased. First, the assaults were given by fist blows and kicks and slaps. Then the deceased persons were tied with rope. Then they were assaulted by different weapons. So, what have you brought out in the cross-examination, according to you, which can disbelieve the evidence of this PW2? We'll go to the other witnesses, but what is your comments on this witness? She is the wife of
deceased.
one of the deceased, this is Shankar
Shankar.
Shetty, and the sister-in-law of another deceased, Babula Shetty.
Yes. Yes, yes, your lordship.
And she was, according to him, her, she was standing at a distance of about 30 feet away and saw the incident. That is in the chief examination.
Yes, your lordship.
So, what the London State Council stated, that the doctor PW9 who conducted postmortem examination over the dead body of both the deceased.
Yes, your lordship.
Now he has seen a number of injuries like punctured wound, lacerated wounds, contusions, then there was fracture injuries, tibia, fibula.
Good.
Then this is so far as Sankarsana Sethi is concerned. Cause of death, according to him, is massive hemorrhage. He has proved the PM report, Exhibit 6. And then, so far as Babuli Sethi is concerned, again he has noted lacerated wounds, contusions, lacerated wounds, and there was fracture. Intracranial hemorrhage present, brain was damaged, cause of death hemorrhage, so and so to the brain, and that is proved.
Lordship,
So, yes,
lordship, so far the injuries are concerned, your lordship. There are injuries of one and a half inches, your lordship. And the doctor PW9 has clearly stated injuries 1 to 4 in a rectangular having length. The injuries shown may not be possible by giving blows in a slanting manner. The depth of the bone injury, lordship, 123 page number. Evidence of PW9, your lordship. Injuries.
What according to you? Which line you are
123.
facing?
123.
123.
123, your lordship.
Who paragraph ka tare?
Para 2.
Para 2, your lordship. Injuries. Injuries 1 to 4 in Exhibit 6 are rectangular having length, breadth. The injuries shown in Exhibit 6 may not be possible by giving blows in a slanting manner. The depth of the bone injury will be ½ inch. So far injury 1 is concerned, much force might not have been used by pointed weapon. Lordship, Bhujali being a pointed weapon, your lordship.
Punctured wound is there, madam.
Punctured wound there.
The person, you see, the weapon, Bhujali, apart from the Bhujali, the one tenta is there. The rest of the weapons are sticks.
Lathi, your lordship.
Lathi sticks, chhado, lathi ba stick.
But punctured
Yes,
wound
sir.
almost circular.
Punctured wound achi apanakara right thigh upare, and baki all these injuries, he has stated that
Lordship, he has also stated.
It is possible by what type of weapon?
Yes, your lordship. In the 4th paragraph, your lordship, he has stated the last 123 page number, your lordship. If a grinding stone is used, grinding stone, your lordship, IU has also stated there is no grinding stone available, your lordship. And there is no injury on the chest, your lordship. So far grinding stone is concerned. And the lacerated injuries on both the deceased are also possible by hard and blunt weapon, but may not be sharp cutting weapon, your lordship. If two persons struggle on the road having chips with pointed edge, these injuries can be caused on both the deceased, Your Lordship. Lordship, in the present case, the Caesar is tenta, and tenta is Your Lordship, a sharp cutting weapon, Your Lordship. And all the injuries to the Sankars are at non-vital part of the body, that is thigh and leg, Your Lordship.
Apart from the general statement that has been made in paragraph number 4 and 5, some
Yes, sir.
specific overtact has been attributed in paragraph number 7. So that is, he stated that appellant number 2 Chondia dealt a blow by means of Bhujali on the head of Babula, number 1. Then
Yes.
Bashanta dealt tenta blow on the head of
On the
leg
leg and
hand of my husband Shankar Shetty.
Yes, Your Lordship.
And appellant number 4 also dealt tenta blow on the leg and hand of my husband, and his husband is her husband now is Shankar Shetty.
Yes, Your Lord, Shankar Shetty.
And then Bulu Shetty assaulted my deceased husband by means of a silofua on the chest.
Yes, Your Lord.
So Shankar Shetty total number of injuries jaha dekhuchi
both tibia fibula were fractured. Two punctured মানে एक भी कितना ना देखेছি
वो सीरियल नंबर ଦେଇଛି ଯଦିଓ ସେଗୁଡାକ ଅଦର ଇଞ୍ଜୁରି ଅଛି
two punctured wound ଅଛି bone deep present at the fracture site, one punctured wound into bone deep half inch over left knee joint ମାନେ ଗୋଡ ଉପରେ ଯୋଉ କୁହା ହେଇଛି there are injuries on that, punctured, contusion, everything.
Lordship,
ଗୋଟେ number serial number 4 ରେ
yes, Your
so
Lord.
far as deceased Sankarshan Shetty is concerned,
Yes,
you
Your Lord.
find there are number of, it should have been separately
Yes, definitely.
mentioned in the evidence, but it has not been, but it is mentioned tibia fibula fracture gala left leg ro tapare dita punctured wounds achichi tapare au gote punctured wound aschi left knee joint re to ଏଇଥିରେ ଯଦି ଆମେ calculation କରିବୁ ତାହେଲେ at least ମାନେ ଗୁଡାଏ injury ହେଇଗଲାଣି.
Yes, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, କିନ୍ତୁ ସବୁତକ injuries, Your Lordship, half inch ର. Your Lordship, all the injuries sustained are of half inch size, Your Lordship. All the injuries are half inch into bone depth. In case of a sharp cutting weapon, Your Lordship, in case of a tenta, the injuries sustained should have been much deeper, Your Lordship.
Multiple weapons have been used. Some are sharp cutting, some are pointed. That is how the wounds are also of different nature. See, punctured is there, lacerated is there.
Punctured wound to अच्छी item number 3
use of weapons. How being depending upon the use of weapons.
Yes.
How if you straightly push,
Have
then
you
you can do.
ମାନେ ମନେ କରନ୍ତୁ ଜଣେ କହୁଛି ତେଣ୍ଟା ମାରଲା କିଏ କହିଛି
ये नांडू ने कि
ତେଣ୍ଟା ମାରଲା ବସନ୍ତ ମାରଲା କାହାକୁ ମାରଲା ନା ଶଙ୍କରକୁ ମାରଲା ତେଣ୍ଟା ମାରଲା ତ ତେଣ୍ଟାଟାକୁ କୋଉ ଟାଇପ ର ମାରଲା ସେମିତି ପଚାରିଛନ୍ତି ଆପଣ ତ ପଚାରିନାହାନ୍ତି ତେଣ୍ଟାରେ ମନେକର ସେ ଯୋଉ ଇଏ ପୋର୍ସନ ଟା ମାରିଥିବେ
ତା ସାଇଡ ପଟରୁ ମାରଲା କି କଣ ପଏଣ୍ଟେଡ ନା ସାର୍
ତାପରେ ଏଟା ହଉଛି ଶଙ୍କର ସେଠୀ ଶଙ୍କର ସେଠୀର ଲେଗ ରେ ଇଞ୍ଜୁରି ଅଛି ଆଉ ହ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡ ରେ ବି ଇଞ୍ଜୁରି ଅଛି.
Yes, Lordship. Lordship, the medical officer has also stated the page number 123, Lordship, para 2, the injuries shown in exhibit 6 may not be possible is, by giving blows in a slanting manner, Your Lordship.
No, you see, when so many persons are assaulting and by different weapons, it would not be possible to actually to calculate who has given which blow
In
and
what
on
manner?
what part of the body, in what way. So he just standing, he stated that they were armed and they assaulted.
He was frightened also.
And assaulted, and some blows he has stated that he, by that also they have assaulted. But suppose appellant number 2 को से कହୁची जे appellant number 2 मारला deceased बाबूला को
Head ram, brain was damaged.
हाँ.
Report is brain is damaged. There is both parietal frontal bone were fractured into multiple fragments. Mane pura chechi. Intracranial hemorrhage is there. Brain was damaged.
ये जो छेचारा पत्थर जो शिलुक पर भी
chechi dekha kiye katha group.
Lordship, Chondi dealt a blow on the head of the.
Your main endeavor is that the ocular testimony, if it is your contention that
Yes,
the
your
ocular
lordship.
testimony varies from the medical evidence, but medical evidence, after all, it's an opinion evidence, but unless you dislodge the evidence of these witnesses, and there are not only one eyewitness, there are as many as 4 eyewitnesses. And if all of them have stated about the not only the presence of all the appellants for whom now you are hearing the appeal, and that they were armed with different weapons, they assaulted the 2 deceased, and which is getting corroboration from the medical evidence. So how can you say that it is likely that some blows might not be exactly in a position to see that in what way it fall, and they just first of all assaulted, fist blows, kicks, then tired,
Yes.
then obviously it is not that they would be in a still position when the assaults were made, and they were tired, they might be rolling also, there is possibility of, and then
The only hand was tied.
tied the accused hand तक होना थी खाली
Lordship, so far
only
the tying is concerned, your lordship, there is no such injuries, your lordship.
कौनटा
So far the tying with the rope is concerned, your lordship, there is no such injuries of tying. your lordship.
hand manne taku gode deychanti game
Gode
game.
Dodi marks, your lordship, koti
So
bhi.
many persons are there, you cannot just point it to the
The rope was also seized, leading to discovery it was seized.
Your lordship, there is no blood stain in the rope. Blood, yes sir. There is absence of blood grouping, your lordship.
This participation of all these appellants have been deposed to also by these 4, 5 and 7.
Yes.
count to 5 or the
You come to 4.
Yes,
Let
sir.
us see that. And you tell the appellant's number also while reading
Yes,
the name.
yes, your lordship. 4, your lordship. Arati Sethi, your lordship. I know the accused person. The incident took place near my house on the road. My house is situated at a distance of about 2 to 30 cubits away from the spot.
20 to 30, what? 2.
See,
20, your lordship.
she
20.
is an independent witness as it appears. She is not related to any of the deceased.
He is a villager.
She is a co-villager, independent witness.
Arati Sethi.
Yeah.
The occurrence took place at about 7 a.m. about 1 year, 2 months back. Accused Nandu had taken. Nandu, your lordship, appellant number 4, came to our house and called on the deceased Sankarsan Sethi to go to temple Chandi for settlement of aforesaid dispute. Deceased Sankarsana and Babula, being told by the accused Nandu, appellant number 4, left our house to go to Chandi temple. As soon as deceased Babula and deceased Sankarsana reached the spot, the accused person, being armed with deadly weapon, arrived at the spot. At that time, accused Chandi, being armed with Bujali, accused Chandi, your lordship, appellant number 2. At that time, Chandi was armed with Bujali, accused Basanta. Basanta, appellant number 9, Your Lordship.
Hmm.
Basanta, Chandi was armed. Basanta was armed with tenda. Bullu, Your Lordship, appellant number 5, was armed with crowbar. Rest of the accused person were armed with sticks. Lordship, she has not stated who are the rest of the accused, Your Lordship.
Rest of the accused, I know the accused person.
Yes,
He identified them, all are known person, and he stated that these are the person who are ye jone bujali dartla, jone tenta dartla, jone crowbar dartla, baki jetiko sabu stick thila. Au
Yes,
kiye
Your
ki
Assaulting the person who has been assaulted, যেমন না কইতিস
the accused person after reaching the spot, Lordship,
tied.
I'm sorry, yes, tied deceased Sankara Babuli and took them to the front side of the house of the Brahmara Setti. The accused Nondu Setti, Karunakar Setti, appellant number 5, appellant number 4, and Bosanta Setti, appellant number 9, Your Lordship, dealt, no, Your Lordship, that part is again erased. Accused Chandi, Lordship, appellant number 2.
Accused Chandi dealt a blow by means
Chandi
of.
means
Yes.
appellant number
2, Your Lordship.
2.
Dealt blow by means of Bhujali on the head of Babula. Accused Karunakara, non-do, Your Lordship, appellant number 4, and Bosanta Setti, appellant number 9, assaulted Sankara Setti by means of tenta, and they assaulted on the leg of Sankara. Accused Bullu Setti, appellant number 5, assaulted the deceased Sankara by means of crowbar on the legs and hand, Your Lordship. Accused Karunakara is also known as Nondu. That is appellant 4, Your Lordship. At the time when the accused Karunakara and Basanta, accused appellant number 4, and Basanta, appellant number 9, and accused Bullu Setti, appellant number 5, were assaulting deceased Sankara and Babula, other accused person also assaulted on the head, hands, legs of the deceased Babula Setti and Sankara Setti. Being armed of the act, being afraid of the act. Yes, Your Lordship. I apologize. Being afraid of the act of the accused persons, although I saw the entire incident, I did not interfere. Being afraid of the accused persons. After assaulting the deceased persons, all the accused persons fled away from the spot with their weapon. Being injured, deceased persons were lying on the ground, and after the incident, they were shifted to Kendrapada Hospital. The house of Brahmara Setti is situated at a distance of about 20 cubits away from my house. The incident took place due to some money transaction between accused Karunakara Setti, that is appellant 4, and deceased Sankara Setti. The said transaction took place about 4 months prior to the incident, and for said money transaction, dispute was going on between deceased Sankara and Nandu. Deceased Babula is the brother-in-law of the deceased Sankara, and Babula was frequently visiting the house of Sankara Setti. Cross-examination, Your Lordship. Specifically, I cannot say the specific act of accused Prema Kulamani Suratha Dhruva. Prema, Your Lordship, appellant number 7. Kulamani, appellant number 6, died in the meantime. Suratha, Your Lordship, appellant number 8. And Dhruva died in the meantime, appellant number 3. And Brahmara, that's appellant number 1, died in the meantime. That they surrounded Sankara and Babuli Setti. Accused Chandi, that is appellant number 2, assaulted on the head of the Babula by means of Bhujali, but I cannot say how many strokes were dealt by the accused Chandi on the head of the deceased Babula.
Yes,
This is consistent with Procedural.
So, till now we find that this witness version is consistent with the other witness PW2. Maybe that she has stated in a little that who are assaulted on which part of the body.
Yes, Your Lordship. So far, the specific overtake.
But he has also named some, but again stated about that all the accused persons also assaulted on head, hands, and legs of both the deceased. So that part remains there till now. Now you proceed.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Just
The front side of the
Read it out.
Yes, Your Lordship, one more. Lordship, Arati Sethi is not an independent witness, Your Lordship. She is a daughter-in-law of the informant, Your Lordship.
Who line बात करते
Arati Sethi, PW 8, Your Lordship. PW 4, Your Lordship.
Daughter-in-law being the wife of
Kapila Sethi, Your Lordship.
who is Kapila?
Kapila, Your Lordship, another son of the informant, Your Lordship.
Besides the deceased.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Besides the two deceased son, Kapila is another son.
Sankarsan Sethi is the son. However, Babula Sethi is not the son of the informant, Your Lordship.
Brother-in-law.
He is Sodu of the Sankarsan Sethi, Your Lordship.
Oh,
Kapila Sethi is the son of the
but
informant.
Kapila is son.
Yes, Your Lordship. Arati Sethi is
All
the
right. All
wife
right.
of Kapila Sethi, daughter-in-law of the informant.
All right.
Your Lordship, para 13, Your Lordship. I may continue. The front side of the tenta was having sharp edged and it was 1 to 1.5 inch diameter. As soon as the deceased Babula was assaulted with the accused Chondi, appellant number 2, he fell down. As soon as the deceased Sankara was assaulted by tenta, he fell down. No accused person dragged deceased person. Sankara and Babula, Your Lordship. All the PW2 has stated they dragged the
They were dragged.
person. Yes, Your Lordship. However, she has stated no accused person had dragged. Your Lordship, 14 para. It is not a fact that I have stated before the IO during investigation that deceased Babula and deceased Sankara were dragged by the accused by means of rope. One road runs from our Basti towards Dhumada road and the Dhumada road has been connected with Kendrapada Indupur road. Chondi temple is situated near Hatta Chowk. Deceased Babula had come to our house 2 days before the incident to take the money, Your Lordship. Take the money from Sankar Sethi, Your Lordship. It is not a fact that deceased Babula and Sankara had taken alcohol in the night of 18/9/1996. 18 and 19/6.
Intervening night of 1819.
Yes, yes, Your Lordship. Yes, Your Lordship. It is not a fact that deceased Babula and Sankara brought each other in front of our house and sustained injuries and ultimately for the reason they died
Between
and that's
themselves.
the accused has assaulted them. It is not a fact that I have not stated the scene, incident and deposing falsely. I cannot give the details of monetary transaction between Sankara and accused Nandu. I have not counted blows by the accused person. It is not a fact that false case has been foisted against the accused person, Your Lordship.
Okay, now you come to next witness, 5.
Yes, Your Lordship. At PW5, Your Lordship. I know the accused persons. The informant Brahmanda Sethi is my father-in-law. Premalata Sethi, Your Lordship. Wife of Akura Sethi. Deceased Sankara Sethi was my husband's younger brother. The occurrence took place about 1 year, 3 months back, about 7 a.m. on the road in front of my house. Prior to the occurrence, deceased Sankara and Babula Sethi had come to our house. At that time, accused Nandu came to our house and told the deceased Sankar Sethi and Babula Sethi to go to Chandi temple for settlement of a dispute and to take money. At this, deceased Sankara and deceased Babula left our house. They followed accused Nandu, that is Karunakar Sethi, appellant number 4, Your Lordship. The spot is situated at a visible distance from my house. I saw that as soon as the deceased Babula and deceased Sankara reached this road, accused Chandi, that is appellant 2, Your Lordship, had come to the spot along with other accused persons. Accused Chandi, seeing Chandi, appellant number 2, seeing Sankara and Babula on the road, dealt a blow by means of bhujali on the head of the Babula, as a result of which Babula fell down on the ground. Sankara is called Sankarsana. Accused Basanta Sethi, PW9, asserted Sankara Sethi by means of tenta on his leg and hand. Accused Karunakara, that is Nandu alias Karunakara, that is appellant 4, also asserted deceased Sankara by means of tenta. Accused Bulu Sethi, 9, Your Lordship, appellant, assaulted the deceased Sankara by means of crowbar on his legs and hands. Deceased Sankara and Babula were assaulted in front of the house of Brahmara Sethi, which is situated close to the road, aforesaid road. Other accused persons were also present in the scene of occurrence, a scene of crime, and at that time, they were armed with tenta badi. After assaulting the accused persons, fled away from the spot with their weapons. The injured, being severely injured, were lying on the ground. Deceased persons were taken to Kendrapada Hospital for their treatment by the family members. Deceased Babula died on the way and the hospital, and deceased Sankara died in the hospital. The place where the deceased person were assaulted is situated at a distance of 30 cubits away from my house, and I saw the incident standing in front of my house. Lordship, page 107, Your Lordship. Cross examination, para 9. Both the deceased person had a good relationship with each other. The house of the accused person is situated at a distance of 10 cubits away from my house. One can go to Chandi Mandir from the house of the accused, crossing my house. Accused Brahmara and accused Kula Sethi tied the hands of the deceased Sankara and Babula by means of rope on the road and took them into front of the house, side of their house. During investigation, I was examined by IO. It is not a fact that I have stated before the IO that the accused persons tied the hands, legs of the deceased Sankara and Babula, and that I have not told the IO that the accused Surate Sethi tied the hands of both the deceased. Your Lordship. It is a fact I have stated with the IO that accused Bullu Sethi assaulted Sankara by means of Silapua. Accused Bullu Sethi has not assaulted on the chest of the deceased by means of Silapua. Lordship, accused Bullu Sethi is appellant number 5, Your Lordship. Bullu Sethi has not assaulted on the chest of the deceased Sankara Sethi by means of Silapua. The tenta is fitted with a wooden handle. The tenta was 2 to 3 cubits length, including the wooden handle. The iron portion of tenta will be about 1 cubits in length. It was spotted. It was a pointed weapon. No accused dragged any deceased persons. It is not a fact that I have stated before the IO that the deceased Babula and Sankara were dragged, putting them on the ground. At the time of the incident, I had not concealed my presence in any bush. Deceased Babula was present in our house or on day
One day prior to the date of
Yes, Your Lordship. 1 day prior to the date of occurrence. Lordship, however, the other witness has stated that the Babula went on that particular day. On the date of occurrence, he was at the house of the informant, Your Lordship. It is not, deceased Babula had come to our house to take money from the deceased Sankara. Your Lordship, she also stated the same. Deceased Babula had come to our house to take money from deceased Sankara. It is not a fact that deceased Babula was insisting payment of money to deceased Sankara again and again. At that, and as Sankara did not pay the money, he remained in our house for a long period. It is not a fact that as deceased Sankara did not pay money to the Babula, there was a hitch and assaulted each other, rolled on the roads, and that in occurrence of the course of the said assault, they sustained injuries. It is not a fact that I have not seen the incident. It is not a fact that being tutored by the informant, I am deposing falsehood. I reside in our house along with my father-in-law, my husband, my husband's brother, and Kopila. No person intervened in the incident. I cannot see the name of the person, those who were present near the spot, but number of persons were present near the spot. It is, however, Your Lordship, PW2 has stated there was no presence of no person in the spot at the time of occurrence, Your Lordship.
So your defense plea is that both the deceased assaulted each other.
yes.
Yes,
There
Your
was
Lordship.
some monetary transaction.
Monetary transaction,
Then-
Your Lordship.
And relating to that dispute, they assaulted each other. You are not telling by which weapon, but just gave some
General.
hitch was there, they assaulted.
Yes, Your Lordship.
So, and both of them died.
Yes, Your Lordship.
That cannot be accepted because of the nature of injuries sustained by variety
road
of
being
injuries. It cannot be possible by one weapon. There are punctured wound, several punctured wounds are there, and lacerated wound, contusions, this, that. So you see that number of injuries and varieties of injury. It is not that can it be possible that one man will hold two types of weapon, he will assault the other by one, then another weapon. So just a hitch, and that is your plea. So
Yes.
apart from the fact that these three witnesses whom you have read so far,
Yes, Your Lordship.
it is almost consistent, and when there are number of accused persons, they are using the weapon simultaneously, and these witnesses are watching, standing at different position. There likely to be some kind of variance between the. So suppose there would have been it would have been a case that the medical report would have shown that only one or two injury.
Yes.
Matter is different, that how only one and two injury, but they are telling about
many
the participation of so many persons by different weapons. Matter would have been different, but this is not a case of that nature, because the number of injuries sustained by different weapons, that is very apparent on the in the evidence of this PW9, the doctor who conducted PM over the dead body of two deceased persons.
That to simultaneously they are giving assaults to both.
Huh.
So which person is giving assault to whom is
That's
very
very
difficult to give
difficult.
a statement in procedure.
And their relations are being assaulted in their front, in the front of them, and they might not be in that state of
Yes.
mind to remember exactly who was assaulting whom at which portion of the body.
Broadly, they can
So
say.
broadly they have stated. So we have to see that, yes, suppose somebody's presence is doubtful, and it was such a weapon, or that the injuries are not at all possible by that weapon, or that the number of injuries are such that it would totally improbabilize that so many persons participated in the assault. It is not a case of that nature. This is so far as PW5 is concerned. Now you come to 7.
Yes, Your Lordship. Informative.
Come to page number 113, because
Yes,
that evidence about the.
I was sitting.
I was sitting. I was sitting on my veranda at the time of alleged occurrence. Sankara, my son, and Babuli both were inside the house at that time. Nandu alias Karunakar Sethi, that is appellant number 4, Your Lordship, called my son Sankar, asking him to take money from him and asked him to go to the temple of the village. And both of them left my house towards the village chowk. Nandu alias Karunakar shouted, saying that Sankara has come out of the
Sankar has
house
come out of.
and asked others to come to the spot. Nandu was armed with tenta. Accused Chandi was holding a bhujali, appellant number 2, and Bulu Sethi, appellant number 5, was holding a crowbar, and Basanta Sethi, appellant 9, had a tenta, and accused Brahmar Sethi, appellant number 1, was holding rope and other lathis. The accused person surrounded and tied Sankar and Babuli and assaulted them and took them to their house by giving pushes. On seeing this, myself and my daughter-in-law rushed to the spot. In front of my house of Chandiya Sethi, that is appellant number 2, gave a blow by means of bhujali on the head of the deceased. Babuli fell down with bleeding injuries. And the accused Bullu Sethi gave the blows to both the legs, knees and legs by means of crowbar. Thereafter, Sankara was taken to a distance of 10 cubits, and their accused Nandu Sethi, appellant 4, and Basanta Sethi, appellant 9, gave blows by means of tenta to his legs, and he fell down, and accused Bullu, appellant number 5, gave 2 blows to his legs and knees, and other accused persons assaulted Sankara by lathi, Your Lordship. And the accused Bullu gave blows in the chest by means of grinding stone, Silapua on his chest. Both the injures were raising hula and the accused person left the spot with their weapon. Sankara was tied with a rope to his right wrist. We brought both the injured to Indupur PHC, and from there they were shifted to Kendrapada Hospital. Babuli died when he is treated at Indupur PHC, and Sankara died in Kendrapada Hospital on the same day. On my direction, police scribed the FIR and it was read over and explained to me, and after understanding the contents therein, I signed in it. This FIR is marked as Exhibit 4, is my signature. Police made an inquest over the dead body of the deceased Sankara Sethi in Kendrapada Hospital, and I had signed in the report. Exhibit 5 is the inquest report. Exhibit 5.1 is my signature. At the time of incident, I was at the distance of 50 to 60 cubits with my daughter-in-law. Cross-examination, Your Lordship. Para 9. Accused Chondi. Appellant number 2, Bullu Sethi. Appellant number 5, Nandu. Appellant number 4. And Premanando. Appellant number 7. And they belong to one family. Budi and Guru Charana are two brothers. Kurup is the father of the Budi. Deceased Babula was unmarried. There are houses on both sides of my street. The house of accused Brahmara, appellant 1, is to the north of my house. Hatto Chako is situated adjoining to the road lying from the Kendrapada to Indupur. Chandi Mandra is situated to the north of the Hatto Chako. There is a rasta toward east of the said Chako to village Dhumat. That junction adjoins to my lane. When my son Sankara and Babuli reached the said Chako, the accused person came there. Olekha Sethi is my adjoining neighbor. There are 10 to 12 houses in my lane. The road was repaired prior to the occurrence. It is not a fact that Rasta was not plain and it was stony, and there is a pond, namely Hadi Bandhu. There is a Bandha. There is a long-standing litigation and dispute between my family and the family of the accused since long in respect of that pond. Lordship, enmity between both the parties, Lordship. Babuli was assaulted in front of the house of Nandu, and Sankar was assaulted at a distance of 10 cubits from the house, from that place, in front of the house Brahmara Sethi. First, they were tied at the junction, and thereafter they were assaulted. It is not a fact that he was tied and they fell down. The accused person, after tying, did not put them on the ground. After tying, they were dragged near the house of Nandu Sethi by Brahmara Sethi. Nandu Sethi is appellant number 4, Your Lordship. Brahmara is 1, Your Lordship. It is not a fact that I have stated in the FIR that they tied and put them on the ground. Thereafter, they dragged them to the place of occurrence. Nandu was unarmed. Karunakar Sethi, Your Lordship. The informant has stated Nandu was unarmed when he called Sankara. It is not a fact that I have stated in the FIR Nandu was armed with tenta, and I have not stated in the FIR that Nandu called others to come to the spot. It is not a fact I have not stated in the FIR that accused person tied their hands and gave pushes and took them to the spot. Myself, my wife, 3 daughter-in-law and 3 sons, including the deceased, remain in same khanja. I am not able to see properly due to my defective eyesight. The length of both the tentas would be 1 foot. The iron portion of tenta is circular. The circumference of tenta towards handle side would be about ½ inch. That part, the iron portion of the tenta is circular. The MO has stated there is no such circular injuries, Lordship. The circumference of tenta towards handle side would be about ½ an inch. About 10 to 15 persons were present at the spot of the occurrence. They belong to my Sahi, but none of them intervened in the matter. The tenta pierced to my deceased son to the depth of 3 inches to his leg. I cannot say how many blows were given by the means of tenta to his leg. It is not a fact that I have not stated either in the FIR or before the police accused Bullu, that is PW appellant number 5, dealt blows on the chest of my deceased son Sankara by means of grinding stone. He had a swelling on his chest. After Babuli fell down due to assault on his head, my son Sankara was dragged to distance of 10 cubits. Sankara was taken by giving pushes. At the time of assault on Babuli, other accused persons were not present there, Your Lordship. It is not a fact that I have not stated in the FIR that on seeing this, myself and my daughter-in-law rushed to the spot. I cannot say if a number of cases have been started against my deceased son prior to this occurrence. I cannot say if Babuli was accompanying my son during the alleged occurrence. Both Sankara and Babuli were in my house for 2 days prior to the occurrence. It is not a fact that there was a dispute between Babuli and regarding distribution of botti, as a result of which there was assault between them and a result of which they sustained injuries. First, I went to Indupur PLC at 8 a.m. and from there I came to Kendrapada Hospital at 9 a.m. and I went to Kendrapada PS at 10 a.m. at Indupur Hospital. Babuli died. My son was not treated as his condition was serious. I have not stated anything with regard to the assault by the accused person on my son to the doctor at Indupur. So also I have not stated to the doctor Kendrapada Hospital regarding the assault by the accused person on Sankara, my son. My daughter-in-law PW2 and my son had been to the PS. I have narrated the incident to Thana officer. My daughter-in-law did not state anything at the PS. Babula, deceased, belonged to village Chanchunia, which is at a distance of 6 to 7 kilometers away from my house. The accused person were holding a plastic rope. There is a mark rope on the wrist of the hands of my deceased Sankara. There is no mark of rope on the hands of the Babula. I cannot say the length of the rope. It is not a fact that I have not stated to the IO that Brahmara was holding a rope and deceased was tied with the rope. It is not a fact that both the deceased were fighting with each other on the road and sustained injuries and died. It is not a fact that I have implicated the accused person in alleged occurrence due to previous enmity. It is not a fact that I used to give evidence in cases of Nottabara Sahu. He is giving evidence in my favor in cases which I have interested. I have not given evidence in favor of Nottabara Sahu.
How you said that this PW4 is a related witness? Just tell once again. PW4 name is Arati Sethi,
She is the wife of Kapila Sethi, Your Lordship.
right?
Another son of the informant, Your Lordship.
Kapila is one of the son of the informant.
Yes, Your Lordship. Brahmanda Sethi.
PW7
Yes, Your Lordship.
is the wife of Kapila Sethi, the son of the informant.
So, if we have noted down your main points, it is like this, that there are 4 eyewitnesses to the occurrence. They
Yes,
are
sir.
PW2, 4, 5, and 7. And
Yes, sir.
all of them are related eyewitnesses
Yes,
to
Your
the
Lordship.
deceased, related to the deceased.
Yes, Your Lordship.
And there are independent witnesses present at the scene of occurrence. They have not been examined.
No, Your Lordship.
Right.
Olaka Sethi and Modana Sethi. As
Then you
stated by the
said
informant.
that there are contradictions between the oral testimonies of these 4 witnesses vis-a-vis the medical evidence. And there was previous enmity between the parties, that is PW7 as stated in
Yes, sir.
paragraph number 12. So therefore, false implication cannot be ruled out.
Ruled out, Your Lordship.
Then you said that you have taken a defense plea that both the deceased had some dispute over the monetary transaction and they assaulted each other, and that is how the injuries have been caused. And you again pointed out that there are some discrepancies between the eyewitnesses and contradictions with reference to their previous statement given to the police. These
Yes,
are
sir.
basically your arguments.
Yes, Your Lordship.
So now, if we broadly analyze the entire scene of occurrence, it appears that both the deceased were present in the house of the informant, because one is the son of the informant, the other is the Sahoo of that the son of the informant.
Shankar Sethi, Your Lordship.
Right?
Yes,
ସେ
Your
ହଉଛି ଶଙ୍କର ସେଠୀ ହଉଛି ଇନଫରମାଣ୍ଟ ର ପୁଅ,
Poor?
ସେ ବାବୁଲା ହଉଛି ଶଙ୍କର ସେଠୀର ସଢୁ, ଠିକ ତ?
Yes, Your Lordship.
Acha. Then one of the accused, whose name is Nandu Sethi, who is otherwise known as Corona,
Karunakar Sethi, Your Lordship.
he came and he called the deceased persons that to take the money. That means
to settle this
to
and take
settle it.
money.
So
Yes.
that is how he came, asked them to come
Move
to
out
the
of there.
village. That is the
Chandi-
temple of the village, right?
Chandi temple, Your Lordship.
Chandi temple.
Your Lordship, there is no
But,
spot map, Your Lordship.
It's all right. Just
Yes.
let us understand it.
Yes, Your Lordship.
So at that point of time, only one appellant there. So they perhaps the impression was given that you will be paid money and let us go to the Chandi temple of the village, and accordingly both the deceased were proceeding. So
Yes.
all on a sudden, the accused persons came out of their houses. They were armed with different weapons.
Nandu called.
Nandu, right. Yes. Nandu called that Shankar has come. So that is the evidence of the informant. And hearing that, the accused persons came. So one was holding Tenta, the other was holding Bujali, another was holding crowbar, and rest were holding lathis. Then the evidence is that some pushes were given, they were tied, then they were assaulted by different accused persons by different weapons. So that is the entire scenario, and thereafter the the deceased persons were shifted to the hospital. First, they were taken to Indupur PSC,
PHC, Your Lordship.
then to Kendrapada Hospital,
Yes, Your Lordship.
and one deceased
Only Shankar.
Babuli,
Died in the way, on the way.
that is Shankar was died also in Kendrapada Hospital, and one died in Indupur. ठीक
Yes,
तो?
Your Lordship.
Right. Then this man has lost the FIR, this PW7.
Yes, Your Lordship.
And all these witnesses, you cannot say that the placement of the witnesses they were far away from the place of occurrence, that they would not be in a position to see the assault, because they have stated that what is the
Visible
distance approximate distance between the
20
place
to
of
30
occurrence,
feet.
20 to 30 or 30, 40, maximum 50 to 60. That PW7 says 50 to 60. So if that is the evidence, and the evidence is almost consistent, little variance is there, and in a case of this nature, where a number of accused persons are there and number of weapons have been used, the variation are very natural, and the medical evidence also
support.
corroborates the evidence of the eyewitnesses. So how do you challenge when 4 eyewitnesses are deposing? It is not that anybody has been totally left out by any of the eyewitnesses. They all have stated that these accused persons were present and they have played different kinds of roles in the assault of the deceased. So how do you challenge the evidence of these 4 eyewitnesses?
Lordship, all the eyewitnesses are interested witnesses.
That we have noted down. You say,
Yes, sir.
and you know that merely because somebody is related to the deceased, that cannot be a ground to discard his evidence. Rather, it is stated that the related witnesses are not likely to spare the real culprits and implicate someone falsely. So the background of enmity is there, that
Yes, sir.
the preparation is there also, as it appears, because they were prepared with different weapons. The moment the one of them who called them to the Chandi temple said that Shankar has come, hearing such, all of them came out, and then the occurrence started.
That means there was
Lordship,
persuasion.
Ah.
The deceased persons were persuaded by one of the group member, and on his persuasion, they were brought out from their houses. And the moment they came out to the road, there was dealing a blow, and thereafter pushes, then tying up. All together came to the road. Participation of all is there in different ways.
Lordship, Nandu Sethi, the statement stated by the informant, Your Lordship, he has not stated such things in the FIR, Your Lordship, during registration of the
No, you
FIR.
see, the state of mind of a person who has lost his son and also seen the ghastly assault by the
Group of persons.
number of persons, and one of two murders have been committed. So, do you expect that in such a state of mind, every tidbit will be mentioned in the FIR? And merely because he has presented an FIR and some thing about the detailed assault is not given, which come up at a later stage, can you, on that ground, the case of the prosecution will be disbelieved?
Lordship, so far the Bhujali is concerned, it is not seized, Your Lordship.
No,
That
that is
weapon
not,
of-
you see, and broadly, the statement of all the witnesses are consistent. The manner in which the assault have been made, as my lord is saying, is supported by the medical evidence with regard to the nature of injuries, number of injuries, and the two grounds that you have propounded basically is one, that the injuries caused to the deceased persons was self-inflicted by these two persons in a scuffle between them, in absence of any weapon with them. And the other one is the animosity. So the animosity is a strong ground in the fitness of circumstance, could be the reason of the motive to see that the person are taken to task.
Yes, Lordship. Lordship, there is no dying declaration. Shankar Sethi was alive, Your Lordship.
It's a direct
No.
evidence. What is the question of?
It's not necessary multiplicity of evidence, not one witness, when the law is that if one witness is found, evidence is found to be true, trustworthy, cogent, reliable, that can be acted upon, that can be the basis of conviction of an accused. There 4 persons have come up, and they are all watching the incident which
Yes.
took place on the village road at a close distance from their house, and that too in early morning.
Yes, Your Lordship.
So,
Your Lordship, I will file a note of argument, Your Lordship.
yes, Mr. What is your submission?
Petition are individuals from the eyewitnesses as submitted by counsel for the appellants. So far, the use of weapon and place of assault on the deceased are consistent. Nandu using tenta, that's stated by PW2, PW4, PW5 and PW7.
Just we forgot to take note of the name of the land and council. Madam, what is your good name?
Adi Shakti Priya, Your Lordship.
The Shakti Priya for appellants. in that written note, you write your full name perfectly, huh?
Yes, Your Lordship.
Okay. Yes, yes, Mr. Mahanti.
Your Lordship, one submission.
Yes, yes, please, please.
Yes, Your Lordship, the blood grouping is not available, Your Lordship.
No, basically the prosecution has relied upon the direct evidence of the eyewitness account.
Yes, Your Lordship.
They are not on the circumstantial evidence with regard to the seizure of the weapon, the chemical examination report.
Yes,
They
Your
have
Lordship.
not relied upon this. All right. So C report is not there, rightly you said. But whether in the circumstances of the case, the absence of C report is in any way fatal to the prosecution case?
C report is there.
Yes, Your Lordship.
No,
What-
blood matching is not there.
Blood matching is not there, Your Lordship. All
Oh.
the alleged weapons, all the seized items shows blood, human blood, but of blood group A, Your Lordship.
Oh.
However, there is no blood matching to indicate the blood group A belongs to the deceased, Your Lordship.
So the C report is not relevant so far the case is concerned.
Yes, Your Lordship. That's fine.
Anything else, madam?
No, Your Lordship. That's all, Your Lordship.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mahanti.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
said that the place of occurrence and time of occurrence, that is consistent in the evidence of all the four eyewitnesses.
Also the use of weapons.
Obviously use of weapons.
So merely because as submitted, the witnesses are relatives, their statement outrightly per se cannot be discarded.
Hmm.
Because the ring of truth is come to the light when the statement of all the eyewitnesses are stated very consistently
Hmm.
during course of deposition. Even though some sort of minor variance or discrepancy that does not detract the basic credibility of the witnesses.
Hmm.
If that would be accepted for him, the entire criminal case come to a dead stop.
Hmm.
And this is the place of occurrence in the village road.
Village road.
So normally there's no open space. So if somebody will be obstruct or somebody will try to attack, they will be go out. And here is the case, but informant stated, Karunakara called, and when they came to this spot, various certain spots, told that they have come. Both the accused have
That
come.
was an indication
Yeah.
given.
He gave an
So
indication that he has come.
premeditated mind,
Come out.
meditated mind with the
They were prepared with the
weapons.
When they got the indication that the deceased persons has arrived,
All
they
assembled.
came out
Came out.
and started assault.
Assault.
And,
So it proves that they were fully prepared to attack both of them. Even though the enmity is there, that cannot be entire things cannot be
that is double-edged weapon.
dissolved. Enmity.
And what the defense plea has stated that there was some hitch and they assaulted each other. Even they are not saying that they were having, my esteemed brother pointed out, they were having any weapon with them. So if they assaulted it is obviously push and pull or something like that. But the number of injuries could not have been possible by just push and pull and assaulting by slabs.
Rolling over the road. Village
It's
road.
not possible because punctured wounds, that, so many things are there. So it is.
So that is just like a plea of alibi.
No,
No,
not
not
alibi.
plea of alibi, but they have
ground
That
taken.
in a imaginary story they have created
that-
only just
that is not-
take away from the entire responsibility saddle on them. So for the
Defense
assault.
plea defense has not put forth a case in such a manner that it would tilt in favor of the defense and the prosecution case there would be some suspicion on the prosecution case. So it is not like that. They have stated that there was some hitch, they assaulted each other by what weapon, that is not stated. And if there is no weapon, then how these injuries were caused on
ଯଦି
both of
ସେମିତି
them?
କିଛି ସେମିତି କିଛି ଥିଲା ତାହେଲେ ସେ ଘରେ ସେ ଜଣେ ତାଙ୍କ ଘରେ ଥିଲା ସେଠି ପାଟିଲା ସେଇଠି ପାଟିଲା ଇଏ ଡାକିଲା ପରେ ଯୋଉ କରୁଣାକର କଲ୍ ତାପରେ ମାନେ
No, no,
କହୁଛନ୍ତି
both of them were there together.
Ah.
They were related to each other. They came together as per the evidence of the witnesses. So where is the question of each and
Yes.
assaulting each
Couple,
other?
No, that's the question of yeah. So the injuries are related to the injury as stated by the witnesses in their deposition. And so far the witnesses of the 2, 4, 5, 7, the eyewitnesses clearly corroborate the medical evidence.
Now that is overall
once-
that is there.
Once the eyewitnesses have stated very consistently and very cogent manner, and the injury sustained as related to the injury find out by the doctor, the statement of eyewitnesses cannot be stated to be false by you only because they are relative to each other.
No, by the way, is there any such variation in the FIR? She pointed out that FIR,
No, if in FIR also, I will
just we have not
they
raised the FIR,
they
just
have
raised
also
that
indicated
FIR.
in the FIR the persons who have weapons used, holding the weapons.
No, just place it.
ମୋର ନାମ ବ୍ରହ୍ମାନନ୍ଦ ସେଠୀ
The FIR was registered when one of the person was dead, the other was alive, or what?
Yes, your
May-
lordship.
after
Some person was alive, your lordship.
ସେଇ ପୋଜିସନ ରେ ଦିଆଯାଇଛି
Hmm.
କାରଣ ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ
Yes.
302 ଆଉ 307 ରେ
Okay,
କେସ୍
ହଁ.
ରେଜିଷ୍ଟର୍ଡ ହେଇଛି ହଁ ପ୍ଲିଜ read it out on let us
ମୋର ନାମ ବ୍ରହ୍ମାନନ୍ଦ ସେଠୀ
is PW7
PWC
yeah
in ପିତା ବଇ ସେଠୀ ଗ୍ରାମ ସା ଇନ୍ଦୁପୁର ଜିଲ୍ଲା କେନ୍ଦ୍ରାପଡ଼ା ଏଇକି ଆଜ 19/6/96 ବୁଧବାର ସକାଳ 11ଟା ସମୟରେ କେନ୍ଦ୍ରାପଡ଼ାରେ ଆସି ଆପଣଙ୍କ ନିକଟରେ ଉପସ୍ଥିତ ହୋଇ ମୋର ବୋଉ ରଶ୍ମିତା ସେଠୀ ସହିତ
ରଶ୍ମିତା ସେଠି is PW
ରଶ୍ମିତା ସେଠୀ
Four.
PW2
Two, huh? Two.
2 ଆଚ୍ଛା okay ହଁ
ମୌଖିକ ଏତଲା ଦେଉଛି ଯେ ମୋର ତିନି ପୁଅ ଭିତରୁ ସାନ ପୁଅ ଶଙ୍କର୍ଷଣ ସେଠୀ ବୟସ 24
he is one of the deceased
one of the
Yes, younger son.
yes
ମାଛ ଧରି ଜୀବିକା ନିର୍ବାହ କରେ
hmm.
ଆଜକୁ ପ୍ରାୟ 1.5 ବର୍ଷ ତଳେ ମୋର ପୁଅ ଶଙ୍କର୍ଷଣ ସେଠୀ ଆମର ପଡୋଶୀ ନାଣ୍ଡୁ ମୋର କରୁଣାକର ସେଠୀକୁ 1,000 ଟଙ୍କା ଧାର ଦେଇଥିଲା କରୁଣାକର
A4 right
ଧାର ଦେଇଥିଲା ଏଇ ଟଙ୍କା ଫେରସ୍ତ ନେବା ପାଇଁ ପୁଅ ବାରମ୍ବାର କହି ମଧ୍ୟ ନାଣ୍ଡୁ ଫେରସ୍ତ
ଦେଉନଥିଲା
ହଁ।
ହଁ
ଆଉ କେତେ ମାସ ତଳେ ମୋର ପୁଅ ଗୋଟାଏ ଜାନକାରୀ କେସରେ ଜେଲରେ ଥିଲା
hmm.
ନାଣ୍ଡୁ 200 ଟଙ୍କା ପୁଅର ଖର୍ଚ୍ଚ ପାଇଁ ସେ ଜେଲରେ ଥିଲା ବେଳେ ତାକୁ ନେଇ ଆସିଥିଲା
ତାକୁ ଦେଇ ଆସିଥିଲା
Hmm.
ଚିରି ଯାଇ ଦିନ ତଳେ ଜେଲରୁ କରି କିନ୍ତୁ ନାଣ୍ଡୁ ଟଙ୍କା ସେଠି ପିତା ଗୌରାଙ୍ଗ ସେଠି ଛାଞ୍ଚୁଣିଆ ପୁଅ ଶଙ୍କର୍ଷଣ ସେଠୀ ସହ ମିଶି ନାଣ୍ଡୁକୁ କେନ୍ଦ୍ରାପଡ଼ାରେ 3 ମୁହାଣୀ ଛକଠାରେ ଧାର ଟଙ୍କା ଫେରସ୍ତ ଦେଇ ନଥିବାରୁ ନାଣ୍ଡୁକୁ ମାରଧର କରିଥିଲେ
ସେ ବାବୁଲି ସେଠି ହଉଛି ଆର ଡିସିଷ୍ଟ
Sorry.
ଚଢୁଛି ହଁ
ନଣ୍ଡା ଘରକୁ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ରାଗ ନଣ୍ଡା ଘରକୁ ଫେରି
Hmm. ସେଥିପାଇଁ ରାଗ ରଖିଥିଲେ।
ରଖିଥିଲା
ହୁଁ।
ବାବୁଲି ସେଠି ମଧ୍ୟ ଫେରି ଆମ ଘରେ ପ୍ରାୟ 3 ଦିନ ହେବ ଥିଲା ଏମାନେ ନାଣ୍ଡୁକୁ ବାରମ୍ବାର ଟଙ୍କା ଫେରସ୍ତ ମାଗିବାରୁ ନାଣ୍ଡୁ ଓ ତାର ଭାଇମାନେ କହିଲେ ଯେ ଇନ୍ଦୁପୋଟାରେ ଥିବା ଚଣ୍ଡୀ ମନ୍ଦିରରେ ନିୟମ କରି ଯଦି ଶଙ୍କରା କହିଦେବ ଯେ ମୁଁ ତା ପଇସା ନେଇଛି ତାହେଲେ ମୁଁ ସମସ୍ତ ପଇସା ସୁଧ ସହ ଫେରେଇଦେବି ଆଜି ସକାଳ ପ୍ରାୟ 7ଟା ସମୟରେ ନାଣ୍ଡୁ ଓରଫ କରୁଣାକର A4
ହୁଁ
ଆମ ଘରକୁ ଆସି ମୋର ପୁଅ ଶଙ୍କର୍ଷଣକୁ ଡାକି ଚଣ୍ଡୀ ମନ୍ଦିରକୁ ଯାଇ ନିୟମ କରିବାକୁ ଡାକିଲା
ହୁଁ
ନାଣ୍ଡୁ କଥାରେ ମୋର ପୁଅ ଶଙ୍କର୍ଷଣ ଓ ତାର ସଡୁ ବାବୁଲି ବହୁତ
ହୁଁ।
ଡିସିଷ୍ଟ
ହୁଁ
ଗାଁ ଦାଣ୍ଡକୁ ଆସିଲେ ଏହି ସମୟରେ ନାଣ୍ଡୁ ଓର କରୁଣାକର ସେଠୀ ହାତରେ ଗୋଟିଏ ତେଣ୍ଟା, ତା ଭାଇ ଚଣ୍ଡୀ ସେଠୀ ହାତରେ ଗୋଟିଏ ଭୁଜାଲି,
चंडी शेट्टी अलग ए
ଚଣ୍ଡୀ ସେଠୀ ର 2,
A2.
टू अच्छा
ବୁଲୁ ସେଠୀ A5 ହାତରେ ଗୋଟିଏ ଶାବଳ, ଭ୍ରମର ସେଠୀ ହାତରେ ଠେଙ୍ଗା,
रमर इज
ଭ୍ରମର that
Lordship, appellant number 1 died in the time.
one is died in the meantime. ଭ୍ରମର ସେଠୀ ହାତରେ ଠେଙ୍ଗା, ବସନ୍ତ ସେଠୀ ଗୋଟିଏ
A9.
ହାତରେ ଗୋଟିଏ ତେଣ୍ଟା, 9, ପ୍ରେମା ସେଠୀ, ଶରତ ସେଠୀ, କୁଳମନ ସେଠୀ, ଧ୍ରୁବ ସେଠୀ ମାନେ ହାତରେ
देखिए सो ये प्रेमा सिटी अच्छी अपरेंट अच्छी
ହଁ
प्रेमा इज अपरेंट नंबर 7 सूरत इज अपरेंट नंबर 8 and Kulamani is apparent number 6
Yes. Dhruva A3.
ପୁଅ ଶଙ୍କର୍ଷଣ ତାର ସଡୁକୁ ବାବୁଲିକୁ
A3
ଘେରି ଯାଇ ମାରଧର କରି ନାଣ୍ଡୁର ଦାଣ୍ଡକୁ ନେଲେ।
समस्त ना एफआईआर अच्छी
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସମସ୍ତ ନାଁ ଅଛି ଏବଂ ୱିପନ ଅଫେନ୍ସ
हाँ
ମଧ୍ୟ।
उत्तम अच्छी हाँ
ସେଠାରେ 2 ଜଣଙ୍କୁ ପଛରୁ ବାନ୍ଧି ତଳେ ପକାଇ ତେଣ୍ଟା, ବାଡି, ଭୁଜାଲି ଇତ୍ୟାଦିରେ ହଣାମରା କଲେ। ଗାଁ ଦଣ୍ଡରେ ସେଠି ରକ୍ତାକ୍ତ ହୋଇ ଗଡୁଥାନ୍ତି। ମୋ ପୁଅ ଶଙ୍କର୍ଷଣର ଉଭୟ ଗୋଡରେ ତେଣ୍ଟା ମାଡ ଦେଇ ବହୁତ ଜାଗାରେ ଫୁଟାଇ କଣା କରିଛନ୍ତି ଓ ଶାବଳରେ ବାହାର ଗୋଡ ଦୁଇଟାକୁ ଭାଙ୍ଗିଛନ୍ତି। ଏହା ଛଡା ଦେହର ଅନ୍ୟାନ୍ୟ ଅଂଶରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଆଘାତ ଲାଗିଛି। ସେହିପରି ବାବୁଲି ସେଠିର ମୁଣ୍ଡରେ ଭୁଜାଲି ମାଡ ଯୋଗୁ ବହୁତ ଗଭୀର ହୋଇ ପଶି ଯାଇଛି। ଡାହାଣ ଗୋଡକୁ ଶାବଳ ମାଡ ହୋଇ ଭାଙ୍ଗିଛି। ଏହା ଛଡା ଦେହର ଅନ୍ୟାନ୍ୟ ଅଂଶରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଆଘାତ ଲାଗିଛି। ସେ 2 ଜଣ ସମ୍ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ଭାବେ ଅଚେତ ହୋଇ ପଡିବାରୁ ଆସାମୀ ମାନେ ମୋର ପୁଅ ଓ ସଡୁ ମରିଗଲେ ଭାବି ତାଙ୍କ ଗୋଡ ହାତରୁ ରସି ଫିଟାଇ ଦେଇ ସେଠାରୁ ପଳାଇଗଲେ। ମୁଁ ଚିତ୍କାର କରୁଥିବାରୁ ସେମାନେ ମୋତେ ଘଟଣାସ୍ଥଳକୁ ଆସିଲେ ଜୀବନରୁ ମାରିଦେବା ବୋଲି ଧମକେଇଲେ। ଏ ଘଟଣା ମୁଁ ମୋର ସ୍ତ୍ରୀ 3 ବୋହୂ ମଧ୍ୟ ଦେଖିଛନ୍ତି। ଏଛଡା ଆମ ଗାଁର ଅଲେଖ ସେଠୀ ଓ ମଦନ ସେଠୀ ଅନ୍ୟମାନେ ଘଟଣା ଦେଖିଛନ୍ତି।
ये तो के एग्जामिनेशन
ଏକ୍ସାମିନ ହେଇନାହିଁ। ଏଇ ଘଟଣା ପରେ ମୁଁ ଓ ମୋ ବୋହୂ ଓ ପୁଅ ଗୋଟାଏ ଟେମ୍ପୋରେ ଶଙ୍କର୍ଷଣ ଓ ବାବୁଲାକୁ ଇନ୍ଦୁପୁର ଡାକ୍ତରଖାନା ହୋଇ କେନ୍ଦ୍ରାପଡା ଆଣିଲା ବେଳେ
बाबूला
ବାବୁଲା ମରିଗଲା। ପୁଅକୁ ଚିକିତ୍ସା ପାଇଁ କେନ୍ଦ୍ରାପଡା ସରକାରୀ ଡାକ୍ତରଖାନାରେ ଭର୍ତ୍ତି କରି ଥାନାକୁ ଆସି ମୌଖିକ ଅଭିଯୋଗ କରୁଅଛି।
तो गोटे मरिगला गोटे बंचला बेले एतलाटा दिए
So if the evidences of P4 or 6 will be taken into consideration in the FIR, there is a clear corroboration and also consistency between the assault, use of weapons and the presence of the accused person.
What is your submission, Learned Counsel, for the appellants on this FIR?
There the FIR
In
is
the
not there.
broadly, it is stated that how the one of the appellant called and how about the previous dispute they were called to Chandi Mandir for that purpose and how they assaulted, tied, and everything in gist is there. So, and that was lost after the death of one of the accused, one of the deceased, when the other was hospitalized. So
Yes,
in
sir.
that state of mind, this FIR was lost and it almost contains everything. It's not that any name of any of the accused has been left out or it is not stated that someone has not at all participated in the assault, but
No material omission seems to be there in the FIR as stated by the.
Lordship, the informant has stated in the FIR that he was accompanied with the daughter-in-law, Rosmita Sethi, Your Lordship. However, Rosmita Sethi in her evidence stated in para 13, Your Lordship, that is page number 97, Your Lordship. After admitting my deceased in the hospital, my father-in-law Brahmanda went to the hospital. But I did not accompany him. On the date of occurrence at about 7 p.m., Your Lordship. Occurrence is at 7 a.m. Your Lordship. I had been to the PS I have not seen lodging of FIR by my father-in-law. I was not present at the time police interrogated my father-in-law. The name of my father-in-law is Pramanda Sethi, Your Lordship. Informant in the present case, Your Lordship. PW7, Your Lordship.
So it's all right. The one says that he went with PW2,
Yes, Your Lordship.
lost the FIR, but PW2 has not stated that he accompanied PW7 to the police station to lodge the FIR. If that is
Yes.
your contention, can that be a ground to disbelieve the entire prosecution case? So किए ता सांगेरे जाइथिला न जाइथिला सेतिकी variation जदि भी आसुची.
Is it the case that the statement also was recorded? Rasmita's statement has been recorded at 7 a.m.
No, Your Lordship. The
Then-
IO has clearly
then-
stated he has not recorded the statement.
Yes,
of the
and that is
informant, Your
also the
Lordship.
statement of Brahmara.
He has
He
not
is also
recorded
saying
the-
that nothing was stated by Rasmita then.
Your Lordship, IO,
Brahmara, you can see that was the statement in the cross examination. At that point of time, there was no statement. आयो कौन कहला?
Lordship, IO has stated accused on the same day, Brahma City.
IO is PW10.
Yes, Your Lordship.
That is the IAC of Kendrapada police station.
Yes, Your Lordship.
And he registered the case on the basis of the information received from PW7.
Yes, Your Lordship.
And he stated that
Your Lordship, in the paragraph number 11, 127 page, Your Lordship. The IO has stated the
Yeah.
investigation reveals para 1, 2, 3, Your Lordship. 11, Your Lordship.
11.
The investigation reveals that the deceased Sankar is hardened criminal and number of cases are initiated against him, and the accused Babuli is the associate of the deceased Sankar. The FIR was lodged at 11 a.m. and examined the witnesses at 1 p.m. on the spot in the village. I have not examined the informant and the witnesses at the PS at the time of lodging of FIR. I have not examined any person from Indupur PHC. I have not prepared the spot map. The incident started in the village entrance of Indupur and ended near the house of Olega Sethi and Brahmar Sethi. And the incident covered 300 yards. I found blood stain in two places and the distance between them is 60 feet. I have not noted the condition of the village. Gokhasai roads runs from the south, north to the south. The house of the accused situates at the northern side and that of the informant is at the southern side. The Dhumwati Indupur road runs from east to west and Gokhasai meets the said road. The road from Dhumwati to Indupur meets on the western side on the road of the Kendrapada Indupur road. I have not seen the Chandi Mandir. Not sure where the alleged occurrence took place. So far, the alleged occurrence is concerned, all the witnesses have stated different places of occurrence, Your Lordship.
No. They have stated in the Chandi Mandir को ସେମାନେ ଡାକିକିନି ନଉଥିଲେ, not that Chandi Mandir ପାଖରେ ଘଟଣା ହେଇଛି.
PW7 has stated the alleged occurrence took place at Nandu, house of the Nandu Sethi.
No.
In the FIR, Your Lordship.
The
Houses
houses
is a
are the
hamlet,
right
it's a
side-
hamlet,
right
you
side
see.
of the road. So somebody has stated in front of one house. That does not mean that it does not in the front of another house. It may be that closely situated on one side, the other side may be the house of others. So the occurrence took place. Then their auto were arranged. Then they took to the hospital one after another. Then they went to lodge the FIR. So accordingly, the FIR was lodged at 11 o'clock.
Yes, Your Lordship.
11 a.m.
Promptly.
So
11
it's
a.m.
promptly lodged. It's not that there is any inordinate delay in the lodging of the FIR. 11ଟା ବେଳେ ଘଟଣା ହେଇଛି 7ଟା ବେଳେ 7:30 ରେ ଦେଖା ହେଇଛି 7:30 ପରେ ଘଟଣା ହେଲା ତାପରେ ଅଟୋ ଆସିଥିବ ଇନ୍ଦୁପୁରରୁ ତାପରେ କେନ୍ଦ୍ରାପଡ଼ା ତାପରେ ଆସିଲା ପୁଣି କେନ୍ଦ୍ରାପଡ଼ା ଥାନାକୁ ଥାନା ପରେ ହଁ ତ
Lordship, there is a delay in transmission of the FIR, Your Lordship.
FIR has been lodged on 19/6/96.
1996 at
So
about
it has reached
11
the
a.m.
SDGM. It was placed before the SDGM on the next day.
Yes,
That
Your
is the
Lordship.
formal
20.
FIR indicates. So here is the question of delay.
Your Lordship, that's right.
The FIR was lost and the IO is it's a double murder case. He must have been engaged in so many things. He is examining the witnesses, going to the spot, and sending requisition for postmortem examination. And in that way, he has just sent the FIR on the next day. And in the top of the FIR, it is mentioned that SDGM ପାଖରେ ଏଇଟା put off ହେଲା 26 ଏବଂ ସେ ଦେଖିଛି ମଧ୍ୟ date of dispatch of the FIR ଦେଖଉଛି 26/96 ସେଇଦିନ ମଧ୍ୟ SDGM ପାଖରେ place ହେଇଛି. So what is the question of delayed dispatch? So we are closing, madam, we are closing the argument, and whatever you want to cite, maybe decisions or a small written note of submission, you
Yes,
give
Your
it by Monday. Today is we are giving it time till Monday. You file it,
Yes, Your Lordship.
and if you also you can file anything. Okay. The spelling is ADI.
No, Lordship.
Then
Lordship. ADY.
just a minute.
Yes,
Just
Lord.
a minute.
Yes, Your Lordship.
ADYA.
YA.
Huh?
Your Lordship, one word. ADYASHAKTI. Lordship. Adya
KTI. Adya Shakti.
Okay.
Yes. Priya, Your Lordship. PRIYA. Priya.
ADSHA. Take down criminal appeal number 248 of 1998. Heard Miss Adya Shakti Priya, Learning Council, for the appellants number 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 9. So also Mr. Aurobindo Mohanty, Learning Additional Standing Counsel. The Learning Council for both the parties submit that they will file their written note of submission and citations by 28th of July 2025. Hearing is closed, judgment is resolved.
Obliged, Your Lordship.
এটা চেক করলে করে গলা আছে পরে Mr. Mohanty, we have asked the court master, there are number of jail criminal, there are number of jail criminal appeals. We have asked him to verify whether the appellants have been released on bail in the meantime or not. So if they are still in custody, not released in any, so we'll definitely ask you to take instruction regarding the premature release. And if they have been released on bail, then about the whereabouts and well-being. These jail criminal appeals, and it will be taken up on Thursday. Gote khali se verify karidebe karikini taku ei type item number seta hochi dekhontu apono item number. It starts from, you come to the cause list, item number 32 ru 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, up to 49. No, 49, 50 ta hochi regular appeal, 51 ta hochi. So etiki matter ଆପଣ ମଧ୍ୟ ଟିକେ ଦେଖି ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ ସେ ତା ସାଙ୍ଗରେ So if anyone is ready after lunch,
Item 5 and
only
9. Yes, signature.
just a minute. Item number. कौन है ना
with thick ଅଛି.
Oh. Oh, this, so JCRL can be disposed of. You mean to say?
2004 criminal appeal.
Oh, you reached case of one appellant only, judgment, huh?
Dayanidhi Siddharth.
ଦୟାନିଧି ସୁଧା JCRL ରେ ବି ସେଇ CRL ରେ ବି ସେଇ ଆଉ ଜଜମେଣ୍ଟ ଗୋଟିଏ ଜଣେ ହଁ
36 and
ମାନେ 36 ରେ ଦିଟା ଅଛି with
ଦୁଇଟା କଥା
ସେଇ ତାରି ହଁ ସେ ଦୟାନିଧି ସିଦ୍ଧା ସେ ତାର ମାନସ ଚାନ୍ଦ ଆपिୟର କରୁଛନ୍ତି ରେଗୁଲାରଟାରେ ତେଣୁ ଇଏ ଗୋଟେ କୋଉଥିରେ CRL ରେ ବେଲ୍ ହେଇଯାଇଛି ତେଣୁ ନଟ୍ ନେସେସରୀ ଏଟାକୁ ଡିସ୍ପୋଜ ଅଫ୍ କରିଦେଲ ତ ଏଇଟାକୁ ଲେଖିଦିଅନ୍ତୁ JCRL number 60 of 2007 it appears that the appellant Dayanidhi Siddharth has filed a criminal appeal bearing CRL number so and so and in which he has been granted bail by order dated 12/3/2012. In view of such state of affair, the JCRL is disposed of. JCRL is disposed of. तो बाकी जो JCRL गुड़ाक रहिला तादरे टिके वेरीफाई कर दियंतु आ गोटे कोन कहउछले की रेडी अछंदी कोन
item 5 रे I am ready. Mr.
नहीं मो दीपड़ साइड ना
एसटी दास कहउतले କିନ୍ତୁ ଆଜି ନାହାନ୍ତି
ସେଦିନ କହୁଥିଲା କି ଗୁରୁବାର କରିବା
ଶକ୍ତି ଦାସ
पचार दियंतु सर ऐसे Mr. Das had also come in the first hour. He said that I am ready also.
लंच ପରେ ମୁଁ ଖବର
हाँ just
item 4 tere I have already intimated to IACT about the status of the appellant.
No, item 5 रे accused number 1 Ramya Sethi. He was on parole, thereafter he absconded since 2000. Absconded बहुत थोड़ा चिट्ठी ହେଇଛି
नहीं आपण माने जदि बेल absconded माने थांगर वेरा बोलन से फेरार हे जांतो क्वेश्चन हो जे हमर बंची छि कि नै
सेटा जानि पर नहंती केही ना
तां घर लोक साई पड़सा केही कहि परिबेनी सेटा असर्टेन कोन ना मेकानिकली जाउछंदी को वेयर अबाउट नॉट हमर दरकार से माने बेल हे जाई छि तेनु वर्तमान आउ तां प्रेजेंस दरकार ना
से पैरोल ले जाइतला
और पैरेल ले जाई कि हला जे एटा असर्टेन करंतु माने बंची छि कि नै इट्स रिलेवेंट तो
ଆଉ accused number ଟା 2 डेड ही सेति କହିଥିଲେ ଏବେ ଠିक ସେଇଥିରେ
आमे JCRL गुडा करो ऑर्डर टा पास कर दोछु बट क्रिमिनल अपील अपन नहीं जानते इंस्ट्रक्शन गुडा हला कारण टुडे वी हैव हार्ड वन मैटर रिजर्व द जजमेंट एंड वी विल हियर आइटम नंबर 5 if
ready
Mr. Das is ready so the obviously the other matters will come on Tuesday 29 so in the meantime
you can
you can collect the information this information we are placing it on Thursday ये जो जेल क्रिमिनल अपील गुडा करो जो ये गुडा करो बाहर कर
टिके देले टाइम आ गोटे वीक ते मध्ये गोटे गैप केतो
किछि ना IIC के देबे आपन करो आपन जदी खाली तो बंची छि कि नै आपन जदी बेल हे जाइथिबो जदी बेल न होइथिबो जेल को मगेइबे हला जदी बेल हे जाइथिबो IIC जीवो बुझिबो बंची छि कि नै दरकार होयरबो वेलबीइंग तो एती खाली दरकार हो
Item number 5 mailer here for the appellant number Ramya Sethi mailer that he has gone in parallel and subsequently not
that is what Mr. Naik is saying
that is the last
Now,
up
hearing
to
that-
last instruction that was there
ତା ସହିତ ଆହୁରି ଅନ୍ୟ
ଅନ୍ୟ
ଅଛନ୍ତି।
नहीं आधे जो क्रिमिनल अपील ले दीटा क्रिमिनल अपील ले टोटल अपेलेंट्स केते
36 ରେ ଅଛନ୍ତି 6 ଜଣ
हां
ତା ସହିତ with CRA 5 of 2000 ରେ जणे
out of this 6% mailer we are for only appellant number 1 mailer was
उथरे 36 रे
36 रे
आ अन्य मानक पई की करिवो
probably भारती दास would
ଟିକେ ଖବର ଦେ
आनु
अपन खबर दियंतु
Mailer.
नले से हमहु सुनिलेनी
श्रीमती भारत दास mailer Meera Ghosh thile, she expected.
Mr. Das is ready for this connected item. You are ready for appellant number 1. If you say that Bharati Das is for the rest of the appellant, just verify and send a message that. So let it begin. What I say that let it begin. We'll take off on Tuesday. So, but ask her that
Yes,
you are appearing for 5 of the appellant, and hearing will commence.
my lord.
And also tell the senior advocate,
Ma'am.
Mr. Das, about. We'll
But-
come after lunch.
My lord.
Mr. Das, which item?
I mean, sub-item, item 5 sub-item.
We are asking about the connected item, that is CRLA 36.
36. 36 total matter, 6 accused person are there. For accused number 1, senior advocate Manoj Mishra.
Just a minute. 36 ro it appeal memo ta kon. Yes, please. Okay.
For accused number 1, Ramaya Sethi, senior advocate Manoj Mishra appearing. For other accused person, Manos Bisoi, accused number 4. Bharati Das appearing, but now he is at America. Bharati Das. Now he is at America. She is at America. And for other accused person matter, Mira Ghosh, who was appearing.
No, we will engage with, you see, old appeal, we will engage
Yes, ma'am.
as amicus curiae.
Yes.
Matter and
That you're not.
no, Mr. Das will argue for all what is there.
Prabhu Saman evidence.
ଜିନିଷ କଣ ମାନେ?
I'll do it. Give me 2-3 days time, I'll do it.
So, ଏତେ 8 ରୁ 15ଟା ଶୁଣିବା ଅପେକ୍ଷା
No,
ଆପଣ ଶୁଣିବେ ବୋଲେ
sorry,
ଆପଣ
I'll
ଶୁଣିବେ।
do it. I undertake to do it, no problem.
So then we are keeping it on next day is Tuesday.
Obliged.
To Tuesday ରେ ଆପଣ କାହା ପାଇଁ ଅଛନ୍ତି?
ରମେଶ ସେଠି ମାନେ I will assist myself.
ହଁ ଆପଣ ଆସିଷ୍ଟ କରନ୍ତୁ ବାସ୍ ଆପଣ
I'll
ସେୟା କରିଦେବା ଲେଖନ୍ତୁ criminal appeal number 36 of 1999. There are 5 appellants in this case, out of which এটা কোন ଗୋଟେ কি
ଗୋଟେ
ମରିଯାଇଛି?
ଆପେଟ ହେଇଛି ଅଶୋକ ନାୟକ, ଆପେଟ ହେଇଛି 9/12/2002 ରେ।
appellant number 5
ଆପେଟ number 2 also dead।
ଆସିନି ତ?
ନାଇଁ ମୁଁ ରିପୋର୍ଟ ନେଇ ଆସିଛି।
ତାହେଲେ ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ।
ମ୍ୟାଡାମ
appellant number 5 Ashok Kumar Naik is dead and by order dated କେତେ ସେଟା ହେଇଛି 9/12
2002
ବାହାର କଲେ। हाँ ठीक से पास है पास है is that the appellant number 5 Ashok Kumar Naik is dead since what is the language?
Stands awaited.
Legal representative account awarding
Last maybe not have not been substituted.
Near relatives. Since no near relatives have filed any application for continuance of appeal in respect of appellant number 5, the appeal abates so far as appellant number 5 is concerned. Stop. Learned counsel for the state has produced written instructions received from the IIC Berhampur Police Station, Berhampur Town Police Station, wherein it is mentioned that appellant number 2, Narayan Ghade, died on 16/7/2023. Since same like that, no near relatives has filed any application for continuance of the appeal. This appeal also abates so far as appellant number 2 is concerned. Therefore, this appeal now survives only for appellant number 1, 3, and 4. One na likhi Ramaya Sethi, 3 Kamaraju Lingam, and 4 Manas Bisoi. Mr. Manoj Misra and senior advocate appears for appellant number 1. And in the connected criminal appeal, that is CRLN number 5 of 2000, Mr. Shaktidhar Das and senior advocate appears for the sole appellant Kailash Ghade. And since the counsel for the other appellants in CRLA number 36 of 99 are not present, we requested the learned senior advocate Mr. Das to be the amicus curiae for those appellants in CRLA number 36 of 99. That is appellants number 3 and 4, 3 and 4. And he agreed and seek some time for preparation on consensus of the parties, list this matter on 29th of July 2025. 29th Tuesday. This is taken on record. You date report.
Ramya Sethi, Aliver dead, you'll also kindly. Ramya Sethi ବଞ୍ଚିଛି. That is
ଆଉ ତ ସମସ୍ତେ ଅଛନ୍ତି।
ନାଇଁ ରମ୍ୟା ସେଠି ବଞ୍ଚିଛି ମରିକି ଆମ ପାଖରେ ନାହିଁ।
ଠିକ ଅଛି ବଞ୍ଚିଛି ତ ଆମର ଦରକାର ସେ absconding ହଉ ସେ ଯଦି ବେଲରେ ଯାଇଛି ସେ ଯଦି result of the appeal so desires then obviously warrant will be issued and whenever he will but we want just alive or not that is important.
I don't know 18 matter.
Yeah.
One of the appellant is it.
ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ ରିପୋର୍ଟ ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ 18 ନମ୍ବରଟା ବାହାରନ୍ତୁ। Item number 18 is
Appellant number 3.
ସେ ଜେଲ କ୍ରିମିନାଲ ଆପିଲ ଗୁଡା ଦେଖିଥିଲେ କି?
Man.
ହଁ ତ କହିଥିଲେ ସେ ଅନୁଯାୟୀ ଅର୍ଡରଟା ପାସ୍ ହେବ। ସେ ପାସ୍ ହେଇନି ଯୋଉ ଦେଇଦେଲେ ପାସ୍ କରୁ ଯୋଉ ସବୁ ଗୁଡାକ ବେଲ ଅଛନ୍ତି
ଗୋଟିଏ
ହଁ ତାହେଲେ ଯୋଉଟା ଗୋଟେ ବେଲ ହେଇନି ସେଟାର ଆଣିବେ whether he has been released prematurely
or live
ହଁ ବାକି ଅନ୍ୟ ଯୋଉମାନଙ୍କର ମାନେ ୱେଲବିଂ ଆଉ ୱେଲବିଂ whereabouts ହେଲା ଆଣି ନାହାନ୍ତି ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ କହୁଛି ଆଉ କଣ এটা হচ্ছে আইটেম নম্বর কেতে
18 man.
আইটেম নম্বর 18 লিখুন CRL number 133 of 2001 the Land and Council for the state has received the written instruction dated 23/7/2025 from IIC এটা 23/7/25 না 24
24 ଭଳିଆ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ
24 ରେ ସିଗ୍ନେଚର
then this is we will not refer to
ऊपर देख 25.
ଉପରେ ଦେଇଛି 25 କିଏ ଦେଲା
ଲେଟର ଡେଟେଡ ୟାର
ଆଜି ଅଛି
ସେ ଭୁଲ କରିଦେଇ କାରଣ ସେ ଲେଟର ଡେଟେଡ ଟା ହଉଛି 18/7/2025 so obviously it is 23/7/25 କିନ୍ତୁ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ଦସ୍ତଖତଟି ମାରିଛି
କଣ ହେଇଛି ଏଇଟା ଏବେଠୁ ସେ ଡେଥ୍ ହେଲାଣି ଏତିକି ଦିନରୁ
ହଁ ଡେଥ୍ ହେଇଯାଇଛି
14ରୁ
appellant number এটা কেতে নম্বর appellant 2
3 matter.
appellant number 3 আচ্ছা appellant number 3 Bago Bogu alias Bonsidhar Mehra died on 24/5/2014 pura hala the report is taken on record. None of the near relatives has filed any application for continuance of the appeal in respect of appellant number 3. Accordingly, this appeal stands abated for appellant number 3. Hello? Yes, madam.
Item 7, legal aid engaged this case, but ଲୋକର ମୋ ପାଖରେ କିଛି ନାହିଁ instruction. ସେ ଏପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ 2000 ମସିହାର appeal ସେ ଅଛି କି ନାହିଁ ନଥିକି ସେ
ସେଟା ତ କୁହାଯାଇଛି ସେମାନେ ଆଣିବେ ସେ ଆପଣ ସବୁ ଗୁଡାକ ନେଇ ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି ତ
ସବୁ
ଗୁଡାକ ଆଣିବେ ଏଇ ଜେଲ କ୍ରିମିନାଲ appeal ରେ ଆମେ ଦେଇ ଦଉଛୁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ
ନାଇଁ CRL sir
बुझुछु सेगुड़ा ऑलरेडी ହେଇଛି आगुरु कुहा ହେଇଛି
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ସବୁ अप टू एति पर्यंत ସେମାନେ ଆଣିବେ ତେଣୁ ବାକି ଏ ଯୋଉ JCR ଗୁଡାକ ଆମେ ଏକ୍ସଟ୍ରା ଆଜି ଗୋଟେ ଅର୍ଡର ପାସ୍ କରୁଛୁ ଅଦରୱାଇଜ ଆପଣଙ୍କଟା ପଳେଇ ଆସିବ ୟୁ ହାଭ୍ ରିସିଭ୍ ଦି ପେପର ବୁକ୍ ଆପଣ ପେପର ଏଇଟାରେ ଲେଖନ୍ତୁ ଦି ଆଚ୍ଛା ଏଇଟା ଲେଖି ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ CRA ନମ୍ବର 62 Madhankini Panda Land Council appearing for the appellant sole appellant na ଦି ଜଣ
ଦି ଜଣ ଅଛନ୍ତି
appellant submits that
ମୋ ପାଖରେ knowledge ମୋର କିଛି ନାହିଁ ତାହେଲେ ମତେ legally engage କରିଦେବେ
ସୁନ୍ଦରମଣି କାଲୁ ଆଉ ରବୀନ୍ଦ୍ର କାଲୁ ଦି ଜଣ।
specific order ଅଛି ଆଗରୁ 6/8/2000 following Mr. AIG concerned appellants are stated to be on bail whether the appellants are alive till date if date necessary reports so and so if alive so and so तो किसी ऑर्डर आदि पाई ना दी
मोबाइल
ଗୋଟେ ଡିଟେଲ ଅର୍ଡର ରହିଛି ତେଣୁ ଆପଣ ସେଇ ଅର୍ଡର ଅନୁଯାୟୀ ଇନଷ୍ଟ୍ରକ୍ସନ ଟା ନେଇ ଆସନ୍ତୁ ଆଉ କାହିଁ ଲେଖିବା ଦି ଲ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡ କାଉନସିଲ ଫର ଦି ଷ୍ଟେଟ submits that he has not received the copy of the paper book. Let a copy of the paper book be supplied to the land council for the state. Both the appellants are on bail. On perusal of the order dated 6/8/2020, it appears that the land council for the state the registry was asked to obtain certain instruction from the IG police administration or SP concerned on the following according to 1 to 4 पर्यंत. Since the information instruction sought for has not are not on record, let the Land Council for the state obtain the instruction on these aspects. Put up this matter on see 31st कर दो जो बंची की नहीं है तीनों है ना ये लिखा है whether alive or till date if dead death report if alive present post of abode and this communication number पेपर बुक कहलु पूरा पेपर बुक दे देबे आपन को रिसीव करने मैडम इट विल कम ऑन से तार ना लिख कर मंडा से निकल ଆଉ କିଏ ଅଛନ୍ତି କଣ ସାର୍ ଡାକିଦେବେ ଏଇ ଫର୍ମାଲ ଅର୍ଡର ଗୁଡା ସାର୍ ଡାକିବେ ଖାଲି କହିଦେବେ ଯେ କୋଉ ଗୁଡାକରେ ଗୋଟିଏରେ ଖାଲି ଭିତରେ ଅଛି ଆଉ ସବୁ ଗୁଡାକରେ ବାହାର ମାନେ ବେଲ ହେଇଯାଇଛି ତ ସେତିକି ତ ଡାକିଦେବେ ଜିସିଆର ଗୁଡାକ ଅଛି ସିରିଏଲ ନମ୍ବର यादेरे accused माने सब बेल ले अछंती कोटेरी accused फर्स्ट
37 ने केवल बेल ले
तणु तांकर वेल बीइंग का मगाव आ जी भीतर अछि तारो प्रीमैच्योर रिलीज हेछि नै सा डाकी देबो ले हां ठीक